when some days you don't feel motivated.
Yeah, when days
And
are bad.
yeah, when days are bad, it's raining, you don't want to run when it's raining or stuff like that.
That's why
And
you were late.
hey, stick on the topic. Focus.
How about that?
Yes.
Tell me why
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell
Me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Believe.
To
Whoa, are we recording? Oh shit! That's why.
That was the intro. What's going on, bro?
Oh yeah, what's going on? So
How's you been doing?
I've been doing fine lately. Well,
Are you?
I'm doing very punctual. How about you?
I didn't feel that as a backhanded call or a slap on the wrist or whatever. I'm doing okay. Yeah, I've been just getting over this little. It seems like everybody's been getting a little bit stuffy and cold. Maybe the
Yeah.
hardworking ones kind of get the stuffiness and the colds.
The hard-working ones. Wow, what
Yeah.
a good topic.
Yeah.
What a good topic. to talk.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Not one of our topics today.
one of the things that we need to talk about today. So, we've been hanging out around with people lately, and
That's true.
yeah, well, I
Like
can
everybody else.
How can I say men and women? What the? I can do both.
Men and what? What?
Men and anyways,
Okay.
about women.
Yeah.
So, most women really want someone emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
So when will you know if someone is emotionally intelligent?
Well,
Give me a scenario of it.
like a scenario of emotionally intelligent.
Yeah. So when do you think that will apply, or does it just come out of the blue?
Like emotionally intelligent is like learning. You have to learn to be emotionally intelligent. Emotionally intelligent is like learning to read other people's feelings and act accordingly to it.
So you mean
know?
someone that's so in depth of understanding someone, especially their other half, or even just random people around, even with their friends, that they instantly kind of have the scenario of what they're feeling about,
Yeah.
and knows exactly how to word it out.
Yeah. Do you feel like you would say you're emotionally intelligent? Of course.
I try to be.
Okay, you try to be. But like do you feel, because I know you're pretty emotionally intelligent. Do you carry that on to does it help you a lot? Like when you're talking to other people, like doing meetings and stuff like that?
Well, about work,
not
it's I really do professionalism at work. Like, with employees, I become the boss. With my family, I become the son. And when you talk about emotionally intelligent people, I think a background of being a curious part about it is that there are only some people that can be emotionally intelligent. It's because they put a period in their problems. They don't linger back into their problems. Like, for example, they have family issues, past issues, ex.
I don't know who he's pointing at, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you put a period in everything, every problem you've ever had, but having that type of blessedness is a gift. It's not just given away to random people. So it takes a certain type of scenario, or what do you call that? Circumstance. Yeah. Circumstance that a person is emotionally intelligent. Yeah, like family should be good. All the rest of the other side of the family doesn't have issues with the present. Your circle should be healthy, and like you yourself should be healthy. I should be healthy, and even with your partner, like your partner should be healthy. You shouldn't be the type that keeps on lifting that person up. or probably in the other way around, that she tries to pull you up. Yeah, so it's a certain situation that you get that type of gift. And the thing you learn about life, other than having that circumstance that you can be available in emotional intelligence, is that you learn how to word your feelings out.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's important to choose to be able to know what type of things to word out. Because think about it. So you speak English. Some people speak only Ilonggo,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
So what happens if I want to communicate with you, but I don't know how to word things out?
Well, you really do have to, like I said, you have to. That's being a part of knowing to be emotionally intelligent, so that you know how to react to them properly. But I actually have a question that kind of relates to that, because I'm wondering. I just thought of it now. What, in a relationship, is it okay if at least just one of the two out of the two partners are emotionally intelligent, or do they have to both? Because if one is emotionally intelligent, obviously they would be understanding if one is throwing a fit, or doesn't know how to communicate properly. It probably only takes one, right? Or does it have to take two, because there's a saying, one hand washes the other, and you need both, you know? Like, so is it okay? Because I've seen a lot of, like, they're happy in their relationship, but like I can tell, like, definitely that's the one that's emotionally intelligent. I'm not gonna say he or her, but uh, well, mostly it's the girls, because they're the ones who think harder about that stuff, or maybe overthink. I don't know, but they're really like they're good at understanding the feelings and stuff like that. Actually, never mind. The more that I think about it, I'm just proving myself wrong. But most likely, if it's emotionally intelligent, properly emotionally intelligent, it's most likely the guy, because they don't overthink. They just like see how it is and go with it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you look the wrong way at me. It's like, oh, okay, who are you thinking about? It's kind of like, it's not intelligent at that point. It's just being emotional. so, so it's like, I guess, is it okay if it's just one is emotionally intelligent? Would it work in a relationship, or both has to?
Well, I think most of the times when you try, since we're talking about relationship, most of the times you kind of complement each other.
Hmm.
Yeah, in some sort of ways, and know each other's roles. Because I used to be in a relationship as well that I didn't know how to word things out, but I
Hmm.
know how to read the emotions.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's between. And this person right in front of me knows how to word things out. So it's more like I learned from her, and then she learned from me.
Hmm.
And on the long term, you both become the same person.
Hmm.
Kind of the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's possible that the other one is better than the other, but it's actually impossible to be in a long-term relationship, even though as friends, that you don't complement each other. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you gotta know
Yin and yang.
how each other work, each other's work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yin and yang.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually a good kind of story you had with you learning with it, because I feel like a lot of people learn from each other when it comes to being emotionally intelligent, because I don't think there is another way you can learn to have that much deep communication with somebody, because with your parents you can't really. Yes, I think you learn it from them, but you just learn from them by watching,
Yeah,
them
what
give
you've
it to
noticed.
you,
Yeah, how
right?
each other treats the other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But with
it's
your partner, it's a different kind of learning, because you understand how to communicate what you feel at that point. With your parents, you don't really like communicate how you feel, because you just watch your mom and dad, if you had a mom and dad, or your mom treat you, growing up, or your dad treat you when you're growing up. So yeah, it's pretty. Is it rare to find people that are emotionally intelligent? Because nowadays I feel like that's all what girls want. Like that's the top of their priority list. I want on the number one thing, he has to be funny and emotionally intelligent. And then what else? Oh, that's it. Wait, what? What? So yeah, there's a lot of people, girls.
Well, some people thought that having someone as the other half, as someone pretty, sexy, and someone that has a sense of humor, they thought that they found the holy grail already.
Are they red flag for asking for an emotionally intelligent person because they
'Cause
know
they
that
wanna be
they're crazy?
understood.
Yeah, because they want to be understood. They're crazy. See, I wasn't crazy for thinking that.
I think all of us has that crazy side. Like, let's say about me, my crazy side is somewhat I'm too honest.
I can agree with
and
that.
then your crazy side
What?
is
What?
you can't be so true to what you say.
Okay. No, no, it's called sugarcoating. I like sugarcoating things because, I don't want to, it's okay to not say, all of what I see all the time.
So, okay, since we're talking about the both of us, so a lot of things come and go with emotions and intelligence.
Yeah.
So, how do you differentiate motivation versus discipline?
Motivation versus discipline. That's kind of like a question I should have served to you. But motivation is more on like I'd say like if there was a line and then motivation, it's always you're always above the line most of the time because you've seen the right content, you hear the right words from the right people, your mentors. But sometimes when you don't have that, it goes down below the line. When some days you don't feel motivated.
Yeah, when days are bad.
Yeah, when days are bad, it's raining, you don't want to run when it's raining or stuff like that.
That's why you were late.
Hey. Stick on the topic. Focus. So, with the motivation, it's always up and down. You're not average on the time. You're not sticking above the average line. Okay. But for me, discipline is no matter how you feel, no matter what you're going through, you still get back on track when it comes to because you discipline yourself. Discipline is the highest form of self-love. And if you always stay discipline beats motivation. Because if you little by little, if you keep chipping away at your goals, you're always going to take that one step every day because you manifest it every day and you stay disciplined because you want to. And some days you're not always going to want to. It's just you need to because you need to reach that goal because you set that for yourself.
All right.
Motivation is, yes, you need to motivate yourself to get disciplined.
So,
for you,
so everyone is stuck with being disciplined and being motivated at the same time. So where will creativity take place?
Creativity take place after discipline. It's hard to be creative when you're being disciplined because it's like you're forcing yourself to be creative and you really can't. It just comes to you. It's supposed to come to you naturally. And I mean, that's why you have to like motivate yourself to have also leisure time because you've been disciplining yourself so long, and you need to motivate yourself and, like you said, respect people's leisure time, whatever, because that's how they reset to refresh.
Yeah, because that's what keeps their sanity.
That is what keeps their sanity. And that's what I feel like it clears the fog in their brain so that they can be creative more.
So tell me how you go back to being motivated, being disciplined, and being creative at the same time when you think that life gives you insanity.
Well, it's hard regardless, like for the most of the works that we do, we have to be creative. Everybody loves new. Everybody loves to be to have the new update or whatever. You always have to provide that new release of product, service, whatever.
Yeah.
So you have to sit there and think about it. And creativity comes to you maybe when you least expect it, because it's always in your mind something that you want to innovate or create more to a different level. But you're always looking at things that are going to help you. But not everything that you look at is going to help you. But when it does, it will. But you'd never know when it's going to, you know, help you. When you never know when it's gonna come into your life and be like, oh, that squirrel reminded me of, you know, like an art thing that I could do. You know, it's like, no, really, it's weird, but that's how it happens. Especially with numbers, you need to be creative with numbers, your templates, your how you position yourself, graphics designs, even or stuff like that. You just got to stay creative. That's something that we have to ask Casey how to stay creative, because he's very creative.
Okay.
And stuff
So
like
what happens with people when they have that slightest ADHD? Like every time we talk about something, that at some point when something reminds us of something that just passed by, everything just collapsed. Like the whole thing that we were talking about in the since the beginning would collapse because of, oh look, a squirrel.
Yeah, I know. So AD is, and actually, like, to me, is ADHD good or bad? Like, is it good? Because I feel like ADHD people are pretty smart, but they're off track.
Well, being ADHD people, I do have some friends. Even you and I realized that ever since we knew each other, that we have that slightest ADHD. Because every time a good car passes by, even though how deep we're talking about, wow, look, a Subi.
Yeah, I know, Subi. Is that a Supra? No, really, we do that.
Yeah. So I don't think it's a bad thing if it's just at the right level, because it gives you that spice of hanging out with someone that, okay, if he sees something fun, or he realizes something fun, he'll be that fun person, even though that we're at this depth.
Yeah.
But at some point, you'll still try to go back to the main topic that we're talking about, which is the deep part.
Yeah, I think there's like a stable ADHD. So say what ADHD is like, if you see a squirrel, or if you see that Subi, you know, down the road driving, mid conversation, you may acknowledge it, but you still hop back on the other topic. But sometimes there's well, the majority of people that have ADHD, probably diagnosed or not diagnosed, but extreme lack of attention span, like super lack of attention span. They may recognize
are
it.
super smart.
Yeah, they're super smart, but at the same time, their attention span is like super nothing, because once they acknowledge that Subi, they're like, wait, what were we talking about again? And I think the reason why that a lot of people are like that today is because of TikTok.
Why?
Is because everybody is just used to just scrolling nowadays and just be like, oh, that's cool, that's cool.
Not just about TikTok, maybe all the applications we daily use. Like,
that's true.
Yeah, even Messenger has stories, Instagram has stories as well, and
Shorts,
Instagram Shorts. Yeah, everyone wants to keep on skipping.
Yeah.
Right? They want something new and fresh, something so exciting, something entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why a lot of people are smart now, because they know how to process this information so fast, but their attention span is so low. So do you think, yeah, they're smart, but like they don't know how to complete something because they don't have the patience to sit there and wait.
So do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing?
See, I don't, it's a good thing if you're in the realm of like, I'm trying to hire somebody for content creation. And then, you know, and it's like, yeah, they know a lot and they only have to give me an answer just like that. You know, they don't have to just sit there for like 30 minutes and write down all of this stuff, because they don't have the attention span to do that. But they make very creative people because they consume a lot of content and they have a lot of ideas. You'd be very surprised like what they consumed. And I feel like it's good. And I don't think it's something that you lose either. So you can become smart. You train your brain, because if you don't use it, you lose it, right? You could train your brain to be smart and sharp, like playing video games or whatever. But if you don't have the attention span of a squirrel, right? You can train yourself to to have a longer attention span while keeping the sharpness of of your learnings and stuff like that. So I feel like it's a good thing if you work on it. Naturally, I don't think so. Because yeah, you take in this information, but you don't use it for anything, you know?
So, assuming that it is a good and a bad thing to have that type of slight ADHD.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Hey guys, quick break actually. If you guys want to find us on any other social media, you can search us on the web. It's called HBTprolific. And we're here, it's free, it doesn't hurt to subscribe. So make sure you subscribe for new content. So see you there.
But so ADHD usually is like giving attention to something so shallow most of the times, right?
Mm.
And so how do you get back on track whenever you're out of focus or whenever you fall down? Because ADHD people, most of us, like you and me, have that slightest ick of ADHD. Yeah. So how do you think you'll get back on track? You as a person.
Me as a person, when I get back on track. Well, what helps me the most, like starting off like my work or my business or whatever that I have, the number one thing that helps me is just taking down notes. My notes on my notepad are so like there's so many questions, and you can't get back on track if you don't have a timeline. Because there's a lot of backed up things that you need to do, and you need to have a to-do list. For me, as soon as, like, for example, like if I'm sick and then I get back on track, I just sit there because it's calm. It's calm. I could just put my mind on the notepad, and after I write it down, it's not like in order or anything. I just put it down and I organize it later after I'm done filling it out or putting everything that I feel like I need to do there. And it's fulfilling at the same time when you organize it from most important or least important to most important, because you get the smaller things are better, they give you less anxiety when you're doing the bigger, more important things. So you don't have to worry about, oh wait, I need to fold my clothes or something like that, so or oh, I need to clean my bathroom or my room or the living room. So once you get those done, then you have like a clear mind. Then that creates, back on the creativity that makes you creativity. That builds your creativity, and it also motivates you as well because you feel like you've done something. And then once you do the bigger thing that's more important, like your assignment or your work or stuff like that, then you're like, what's worse? Like I did this whole thing. I did so much today. And plus it gives you energy, when you're cleaning, you feel good about yourself. You have this extra boost of energy because you got your body moving. You're like, I could do this. It's easy, And a lot of people are like, it's tiring cleaning or stuff like that. It's tiring. And they're like, it may take a long time. It doesn't, 10, 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets your body moving. You feel good about yourself. And yeah, the notes is a huge thing. Ask and answer. And if you don't know what to ask, you haven't done enough research. That's my main thing for, getting back on track. What about you? Because I know you're a very busy guy. I know you don't slip too much to fall back behind, and you have a different lifestyle. But how do you get back on track with your business, your work, and stuff like that?
Well, I've been backsliding a lot. Like most of the times I do get to backslide too much on the fun, and I get less productive. Yeah, because at some point that's how I keep being creative. And at some point, I try to relate both having fun and being productive at the same time, but most of the times it doesn't work because who likes working?
I know. I mean, I know with the stuff that we do, I don't consider it as work.
Yeah,
I feel it's fun.
Yeah,
A hobby.
You haven't think about that.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
but anyways,
Okay,
bro, let
yeah.
it slide.
Okay, let it
Yeah.
slide. All
But
right.
yeah, being productive is one or the other way of saying that you have work, but at some point you want to have fun while being productive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, uh, the normal type of people don't usually get that type of fun as the ones we have, right? Yeah, because we have this type of fun. We have this, the studio, and the what are the other ways? The website and things. We talk to people. That's how we know what to do. We make content out of it. And it's nice that it's nice that we had that time, even though some people call it leisure, we call that work, which is fun. Yeah, and it's one way of being creative.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That it's there's so many ways to be creative, actually. Um, but the most important thing is, I think that's everything that we said: the motivation, discipline, and creativity. I think those right now, the top three, are gonna get you somewhere above the rest. These generations nowadays, I think what's his name, Dana White. You know,
Sorry.
Dana White.
Sounds like a porno.
No, it's not Dana White. You don't know Dana White?
No.
He's the owner of UFC.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I
Yeah,
don't.
Dana White. Dana.
I think that's what it's on.
Yeah. I forgot today's Saturday, and we have our boss in the background, our camera guy, our audio engineer, everything. He's over there doing nefarious things behind the camera. Anyways, Dana White was saying, this generation, he was talking with his kids. He's like, this generation, if you're relatively like just a little bit of a savage, you're gonna dominate everybody. Because if you're hungry and driven just a little bit, you're going to surpass everybody else. All these other people, they're so easy to snap. If you have a different political perspective, easy to snap. They yell at you. They won't even serve you or whatever. Like in a shop, they won't give you food if they know that you support the different side. It's crazy, you know? I mean, even here, like a lot of people don't agree with each other, and then, well, I mean, here actually in a country like this, like Philippines, no matter what, the people, the waiters, the assistants, or the valet people, they always treat you nice because their main thing is tourists. You know, a lot of tourists come over here, and they always have to treat everybody right because you never know who you're talking to here. A lot of people are humble. In the States, it's like they want to show off because it's status war. You know, here I don't feel like it's status war. There's just a lot of people. Yeah, they have nice cars, they have Land Cruisers, all that stuff, but they don't show off too much. When they get out of their Land Cruiser, it looks like they don't even own a Land Cruiser. You know, it's like, what? So you really,
Well, that's a normal perspective about rich people.
mm,
Other than our friends, actually our friends
yeah.
are super rich.
Yeah.
But they try to be poor as
Yeah, I
fuck.
know. They don't show it. You know,
Yeah.
they don't show it.
Yeah. And the normal people are poor, but they try to be rich as fuck.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
it's like this clothing brand that's a status symbol, or
Yeah.
like a car that's just a status symbol. It was made just exactly for the poor to act like they're rich.
yeah. So Gucci is for poor people.
You're not supposed to say that.
Ah, it's okay. We can beep. Yeah, he's got to take note now. Where to beep?
But yeah, actually, those were the type of topics we really wanted to talk about, and uh, it was a hell of a lot good topic, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, that was good. We'll do
Mhm.
that next time. What's the time check?
It's actually okay now.